Good morning and welcome to the fresh edition this week. Well, for the last few days, I have been practically flooded with emails and phone calls, not only from Ontario, but from Canada, USA, India, and even from Thailand, asking me what's happening. Why is it that some custodians of Sikhism, self-appointed custodians, manipulative custodians, have taken a decision that is absolutely an insult to the very concept of Sikhism? You would agree that Sikhism is one of the finest religions advocating universality, openness, transparency, equality, and love. Love of the God, love of human beings, love of each other. And this religion, which is in fact a reformative aspect of Hinduism, has been thrown back to the 14th century medieval times, if not to the Stone Age, by this action of the 15 Gurudwaras in Ontario. There is a Gurudwara in Brampton, Jodh Prakash Gurudwara, where the self-appointed custodians of the religion, if they were a Gurudwara, that would have been okay. But these people thought that they control the religion and run it. So they met and decided to bar all officials representing India from entering Gurudwaras. And they took this action under the Trespass to the Property Act 1990 of Canada. Now, trespassing means mischief, entry without permission, and also with a mischievous intent. Anybody entering a religious place because he or she holds a position somewhere and the person wants to pay obedience is not mischief. Secondly, when a place is public, then the Trespass to the Property Act should not be invoked. That means only one thing, that these Gurudwaras are being run not as religious places, but as businesses, as personal properties. While the concept of Gurudwara is Gurudwara, the door to the God, Guru Ghar, the home of the God. And if it's the home of the God, who authorized these people to issue such an order? Do they have a power of attorney on behalf of God, the Lord, to pass such a resolution? This is abhorrent. Gurudwaras, by their very nature, are the only institutions in the world, religious institutions, which are open on all the four sides. It was approved and brought into tradition. The purpose was that the people from all walks of life, that the people of all religions, that the people of all castes and creeds, irrespective of their color, sex, or any other discriminatory measure, would not be barred from the Gurudwaras. People of all ages, of all religions have sought refuge in the Gurudwara. History tells us that Khusro, when he was being chased by his father in civil war, took refuge in a Gurudwara, and that is why Guru Arjan Dev had to suffer. And these people have made a mockery of the same religion that they seek to uphold. And the stupidity goes further when they say, well, they can come as individuals, but not in their official capacity. Nobody visits Gurudwara in an official capacity. Let's be very clear. When you go there, you go to pray and to socialize, because the temples are the place for social interaction. As a matter of fact, the politicalization has been done by these very people. When they hang the portraits of the terrorists, murderers and rapists and make them heroes, that is the politicalization, if not the criminalization. When they hold the meetings inside the Gurudwaras, as was done prior to 1984, when they store the guns and the arms in the Gurudwaras, then that is politicalization and criminalization of the Gurudwaras. And then, how would they check whether the person has come in the personal capacity or in an official capacity? If he's going in an official capacity, he'll seek the protocol as from the Gurudwara Management Committee, and they can refuse at that time. What was the need to pass this resolution? Now, coming to the Sikh religion, this religion was propagated and brought into being to ensure that the divisions in the people on the basis of the caste, color, creed, sex, or religion are obliterated. The gurus very clearly believed in the concept of Sarbat da Bhala. That is incorporated in the prayer, and Sarbat da Bhala, the Punjabi phrase, means welfare of all, good of all. Guru Gobind Singh said, Manas ki zaat sabe eke pehchan bo. Recognize all humankind as one. Dera or Rahim soi, Mandar or Masjid koi. There is no difference between the masjid and the temple. And these people have started doing that. Now, assuming for the time being that the people from the Indian consulate had some ulterior purpose and they wanted to mobilize the opinion. Just for as I'm playing the devil's advocate. When they go to Gurudwara, they go and bow to the Guru Granth, the living representative of the 10 gurus. And at that time, the kirtan, the singing is going on, the recitation of Shabad, the bhajans. Naturally, they cannot speak. If they want to have a political discussion, then they need a different milieu. Not when the recitation of the religious hymns is taking place. And if they speak from one to one, that should not matter to anybody. Because one to one, if they are talking as two human beings, not as an official capacity. Secondly, when you invite the Sikh leaders from Punjab, what do they talk about? Don't they talk about politics? And why do you then forget that what is sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander? And Sikh religion doesn't bar even the enemies from coming and taking shelter. It was Guru Gobind Singh, whom I admire, who, as a matter of fact, was precursor of universality Red Cross embodies. He asked his disciple Bhai Ganaiya not only to give water, which he was already doing, but also apply balm and salve to the wounds of the enemies. Give them succor. And these are the people who pretend and speak from the housetops that they are the followers of the great Guru, and then they erect barriers. Secondly, does this not mean that they will have to incorporate a system of admission, check the identity cards to see whether somebody may not be an agent of the Indian government? And why do they think that the Indian government is a set of idiots, that they will send officials who are known everywhere rather than send undercover agents? Is there a dearth of our undercover agents who will go and subvert Sikhism? And then, is Sikhism so weak that it can be undermined by the efforts of few people? The whole thing stinks, and stinks badly. It's an insult to the memory of the Gurus. It's an insult to the teachings of the Gurus. It's an insult to the dignity of the Gurus. And in fact, is a first step towards making these Gurudwaras not remain Gurudwaras, but become dens of iniquity. I'm pained and I'm revulsed. What is the fate of the Gurudwaras under such a leadership? And what is the fate of Sikhism being led by such people? Narrow-minded, selfish, and betrayers of Sikh religion. On the one side, Guru Nanak said, Aval Allah noor paya kudrat ke sab bande, ek noor te sab jag upja kaun bhale murmati. That the whole world was created from one light. One God created everybody. So who is good and who is bad? And yet, we are creating barriers, and under the stupid notion of trespass to the Property Act. A lawyer may accept it. A genuine Sikh would not. Let's be very clear. A lawyer would accept it because he has to enhance his reputation as a litigator. But for a devotee and for a believer in Sikhism, it is abhorrent and hateful. Imagine, just for the sake, the Guru said that I am in every human being. And that means these people who are being denied the entry into Gurudwaras is in fact a denial to the Guru himself. I'm reminded of the story of Gobind Singh, Guru Gobind Singh. He was sitting in his darbar and a guy came with a bear. The Sikhs started telling him, take the bear out, you can't bring the bear in the darbar. And the bear keeper said, I just want a bit of sacrament prasad. But they pushed him out. What happened was that a small drop, a small particle of the prasad fell on the ground. The man picked it up, ate it, and walked out. And then the Guru called him, this custodian of Sikhism, and said, why did you refuse them entry? Said, bears can't come to the court. And Guru said, do you know who was this bear? He is your father. He was your father in the last birth, and he became a bear because of his evil deeds. The same deed that you have done today, he did it earlier. So are these people not behaving like that bear? The most important thing is, when you believe that the Gurudwaras are the Guru Ghars, are a place of worship where you believe in a religion that is Catholic in nature and does not discriminate, when your gurus died for removing discrimination, when the gurus gave shelter to their own enemies, who authorized you to betray all those values and do something which is antithetical to the very concept of Sikhism? Sometimes I feel that the Sikhs need a Reformation movement. The first Reformation movement was Singh Sabha, and now we need a new movement to get rid of these Mahants. These are the people whom Guru Gobind Singh had thrown in the boiling oil. They were controlling the Gurudwaras earlier and behaving the way these people are doing. And they were just annihilated by Gobind Singh. We need not that sort of annihilation, but at least an action that such self-seeking, anti-Sikh sentiments, anti-Sikh value, such people who are in fact a betrayer of the tradition of Sikhism are not in control of the religious place. I shudder to think, who would value Sikhism after such a stupid, dishonorable action by the trustees, the modern Mahants, who consider the Gurudwaras to be their personal property? Even if they are personal property, according to the Sikh religion, suppose you have a Guru Granth in your home, even then you cannot refuse entry to anybody to pay obedience and worship that Guru Granth. How can these people do it? Let the Sikhs realize that their interest and their religion is not safe in the hands of these people. That these people are not trustworthy to be the custodians of the Sikh tradition and Sikh religion. I hope, I wish that Sikh religion's beauty is not dimmed and destroyed by these people. I wish that the eternal values of Sikhism and the universality of Sikhism is not diminished by the actions of these petty-minded people, the modern day Mahants. Think about it. Think about it, because not thinking and not acting against such an endeavor is only the first step towards making Sikhs the same hidebound fundamental religion as some of the religions are. Grow up. Believe in your religion in the real sense of the word, rather than act on the behest of these modern day Mahants, self-seeking, selfish, who will exploit religion, who are exploiting Sikhism for their own nefarious ends. Thank you.